So a ton more 45 records here. And then we're gonna come and check out this room over here. Yo, what up? So we're right here in front of $2 Trail Records. It's a $2 record store, $2 pretty much anything that's in there. So we're gonna go in there and see what we can grab and then maybe flip up some samples. So check it out. Alright, so we're inside the record store. As you can see, there's no rhyme or reason to it. Everything is $2. Everything's really random, so we're gonna go and see what we can find through here. So check it out. Probably move some of these boxes. See what we could find. So let's see what's in here. There's one record. We'll head over here and see what else we can find. Maybe through here. Another record here, and then we'll go check over here. No, we'll reach down here and see if we could find anything. That's the last one. Alright, so this is what we got. This is Herb Alpert. We got Ray Conniff, I don't know. And then this one, Seals and Crofts. So let's see what we can do from this. Let's see what else we can find on here. We'll see what we can find on the flip side. Alright, that was ill, so definitely gonna use a lot on this one. So let's see what else we got. Alright, now we're gonna try this record out and see what we can find from here. Alright, so there wasn't much on this one so far. Let's see the other side. See how we do. Alright, that's pretty dope. So definitely gonna grab that, see if I can flip something from that. Cool. So this last record, I've heard it many times, I come across it all the time, so I'm just gonna kind of skim through it, but probably not gonna use this one, but we'll see if I can hear something this time around. Alright, so I'm good. I'll probably pass on this one. It had some decent stuff, but like I said, I've used this record before, I come across it all the time, so probably gonna give it a go with the other two, since I feel pretty comfortable with bouncing good stuff on that, so. Okay, so after going through the 3 records, I decided I was just gonna stick to 2 of them, which the first one being Seals and Croft, Diamond Girl. This was released in 1973. So you can see it's all taped up, it's pretty old. So after doing my research and seeing if anybody flipped this, I came across a track that got produced by Jay Dilla. I'll try to put a clip of the video here.
Bling bling, keep me on shine while I make the ching ching.
Just because he produced that, I feel like I'm not gonna touch that track, but I ended up using different elements from other tracks in this vinyl. Aside from that, there was Ray Conniff and his orchestra. This was from 1975. And I found this being quite repetitive. It had a lot of the same vocals and same trumpets, but I'm gonna see if I can get some of those vocal chops or maybe some horns out of it. And then lastly, I decided not to use the last record, only because I see it all the time and I've had this on my collection for a while as well. So not something that I really want to flip. I was kind of looking for something that maybe people hadn't flipped or I haven't heard of. So sticking to these 2 and then seeing what I can flip. Alright, so after going through the records, I'm just gonna go through all little sample bits that I kind of liked and then see what we can work from there. some of those scratches that I did earlier. So after pitching the sample up and then time stretching it to the BPM, I decided that this was going to be like the main part of the beat. So that record I talked about that J Dilla actually sampled, I wasn't gonna touch it, but then I realized there was like a nice little bass sound on there that I kind of wanted to grab. So I went ahead and used this and then ran it through the stems here on MPC, and then I was left with just the bass note. And then that way I can put it on 16 levels and then come up with a bass line. And then these were the drum samples that I ended up going with. So the drum beat I ended up using was this. So this is one of the vocal chops that I got from the record. It was kind of deep, sounded like this. So I went ahead and just tuned it up. So really high pitched, and then I just incorporated it into the main melody. Okay, so now we're in FL Studio. As you can see, I dragged all the samples here and arranged them. So you have the main sample, the bass, the kick, the hi-hats, the snare, some scratches, and then lastly the vocal sample, which makes the whole beat. So the beat is done. We sampled the vinyl, chopped it up in the MP, ran it through FL Studio, mixed it down. So now let's check out the beat. So we're gonna check out what they have. Obviously there's a bunch of records here. There's no rhyme or reason, but everything's $2, so check it out. So we're gonna squeeze right over here again. So there's a ton more 45 records here. And then we're gonna come and check out this room over here. So it looks like this room has like a lot of 12-inch singles and a bunch of other stuff, but you can see for yourself. It's pretty cool stuff. So we got a bunch of CDs over here on this side. Just take me forever to go through all those. Now should go to the other rooms and see what kind of stuff they got over there. So this one has a bunch of CDs. And then we're gonna go to this last one over here. This one has a bunch of movies and stuff, so if you're into movies, this is the spot right here. Now we'll go inside the room and see what they got over here. See, so tons and tons of movies, $2 each. Can't go wrong with any of these titles here. You can already see a bunch of good stuff. Cool. So now we'll head back over there and check out the vintage clothing. Now this is the last little section here. Tons of vintage clothing, $2 each. If you can see on this side over here, there's like no rhyme or reason, so you can just pick through this stuff. And then yeah, if you look around the whole store, bunch of boxes. Like I said, no rhyme or reason, you just kind of dig. $2 each. Yep, so that's pretty much it. I grabbed my stuff, I'm ready to check out, and then just head home and then see what I can flip out of these records. Peace.